Okay, so here we have our new stuff. What we need to do is we need to find what we call direction angles. An angle only works in 2 degrees, but we're working in 3 degrees. So what we have to do is find the 3 angles that work and intersect in space with our vector, okay? And so we have to find 3 angles, alpha, beta, and gamma, all right? Alpha, beta, and gamma. Gamma is going to be tied to the c variable. So if you have a vector like this, 2I minus 3j plus k, you have a, b, and c. A equals 2, b equals negative 3, and c equals 1, just like before. All right? And so we're going to use this information to solve for our direction angles. Okay? And where these 3 angles intersect, essentially, is where our vector finishes, terminates in space. Okay? And so we have these 3 equations, and basically what you do is you take the corresponding coefficient over the magnitude, and then whatever that equals is the same thing as cosine of your direction angle. And so once you know this fraction right here, or decimal, whatever it turns out to be, you can take the inverse cosine of this value to learn what alpha is. So first I'm going to find my magnitude, and my magnitude for this guy is 2 squared plus negative 3 squared plus 1 squared, okay, which is going to be square root of 14. All right. So for cosine of alpha, we're going to have cosine of alpha equals a, which is 2, over root 14, or 2 root 14 over 14, which is the same as root 14 over 7, okay? Which is roughly 0.54, rounding up, okay? 0.54. So that means that alpha then is the inverse cosine of 0.54. Although when I plug it into my calculator, I usually hit second cosine, second answer, so that I get the most accurate response. So when I do that, second cosine, second answer, and I hit enter, I get 57.7 degrees, or 58 degrees. Okay? So that's alpha. We would need to do the exact same thing for beta and gamma. Okay? So again, we've got cosine of beta is equal to negative 3 over root 14. So then beta equals the inverse cosine of negative 3 root 14 over 14, which equals 143 degrees. So far we have 2 of our 3 angles. Then we follow the same procedure for gamma. And in gamma we've got 1 over root 14. So basically the inverse cosine of this fraction here, the inverse cosine of that is about 0.27. So our gamma then becomes roughly 75 degrees. So I found gamma equals 75 degrees. Alright? So now I have all 3 of my direction angles. So once you know those angles, you can write your vector in terms of magnitude and direction angle. So v then would equal root 14 times cosine. Okay, so we have cosine of 58. I plus cosine 143j plus cosine of 75k. Alright, and that would be the same vector that we had before, 2I minus 3j plus k. So these two are identicals. All I did was translate from standard form to magnitude and direction with cosines. Okay? Hope that helps.